this lesson, I'm going to introduce you to the I-2500 Shkval, the electro-optical sensor, and how to use it to deliver a guided bomb and missile. Specifically, we'll learn to employ the Kh-29T guided missile and the KAB-500Kr guided bomb. I've started the lesson in active pause mode as we learn to use the sensor. The first thing I'll ask you to do is enter air-to-ground mode by pressing 7. Do that now. Now that we're in air-to-ground mode, we need to activate the Shkval sensor in the nose of the aircraft. The Shkval sensor image is displayed on the IT-23N TV display that dominates the right side of the front dash. Turn on the Shkval by pressing O now. Let's talk a little bit about the symbols you see on the Shkval display. On the top and left side of the display are scales and reference carats that indicate how far your sensor is slewed off from the center line foresight position. The top scale is your azimuth slew that extends 40 degrees left and right of center line. The vertical scale on the left side is your elevation scale that ranges between positive 20 and negative 90 degrees. The default foresight position is marked by the longer lines on the reference scales. Try slewing the camera left and right by pressing comma and forward slash. To slew the camera up and down, press period and semicolon. Return the sensor to foresight by pressing right control and I now. To the right of the elevation reference scale is your boxed pitch angle. In the top right corner is your current altitude. If an R is to the right of the value, it means the altitude is in regards to your radar altimeter, but not barometric altitude. Press the spacebar to continue. There are 4 corner markers in the center of the display that indicate your sensor magnification level. When the corner markers are displayed, the Shkval is using 8x magnification. Press the equal sign to change the magnification to 23x. When you did so, note that the corner markers were removed. Return to 8x magnification by pressing the minus sign now. In the center of the display is a horizontal dashed line that indicates your pitch angle. The 2 solid lines indicate your roll angle. These are useful when you're flying heads down with no external flight references. Press the spacebar to continue. On the HUD, you'll notice that TV is displayed on the left side to indicate that the Shkval is active. Ground mode is indicated in the bottom left corner, and the weapon type is shown in the bottom right corner. In the center of the HUD is your aiming reticle that corresponds to where the Shkval sensor is looking. This is a useful reference to help steer the sensor to the target. Press the spacebar to continue. Use your Shkval sensor controls of comma, forward slash, period, and semicolon to move the sensor over the small airfield directly ahead of you near the coastline. When you slew the sensor over it, press enter to lock the sensor at the location to ground stabilize it. When you do so, you'll see that KC is shown on the Shkval display to the left of the altitude indication, meaning that the sensor is ground stabilized and can be slewed. In the bottom right corner of the display is the flight time in seconds for the selected weapon to reach the designated location. In the center of the TV display is a small dashed box termed the target frame. You will want to adjust the size of the frame to best correspond to the size of the target you wish to lock. The size of the frame is indicated on the Shkval display in the upper left corner. Try increasing the target frame size by pressing right control and right bracket. Now try decreasing the size of the target frame by pressing right control and left bracket. Slew the sensor to the right end of the airfield and locate one of the 2 tanks. You may wish to select 23x magnification by pressing the equal sign. When the sensor is within range, it will automatically lock up the target, and the KC indication will be replaced by an AC indication once we unpause the lesson. Press the spacebar to continue. On the left side of the HUD, you will notice the range caret and maximum and minimum range bars of the selected weapon. When the caret is between the 2 bars, the launch authorized indication will appear on the HUD and the Shkval display. Let's start with the Kh-29T missile. This is a 12-kilometer range missile with a 685-kilogram warhead that will destroy most any armored vehicle and most bunkers. Once it is launched, it is fire and forget. Press D to select it, and I will unpause the lesson. I have now unpaused the lesson, and you're flying towards the target. If you don't see the AC lock indication on the tank, you may want to try adjusting your frame size and wait until you're a little bit closer. Once within range of the laser rangefinder in the Shkval, the slant range to the target is displayed in the bottom center of the display. When you have the LA indication, press the spacebar to launch the missile. Nice job. We now have a KAB-500Kr guided bomb slug. This has much less range than the Kh-29T, as indicated by the much smaller maximum range bar. However, it has a 380 kilogram warhead and is also a fire and forget weapon. Use what you've learned in this lesson to lock the second tank on the Shkval and engage it with a KAB-500Kr guided bomb. Well done. Both targets are destroyed. You can end the lesson now by pressing escape.
Осталось 1500 килограмм.
Один. Заруливайте на стоянку.